Let's move back to politics. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Why not,
Quick
man?
pivot.
Why not?
No, but
I seen you drop step.
it's feel me. It's only funny because you've been saying it since the beginning of quarantine. Everybody locked in the house, so the mass shootings will cease for now. But as soon as the shit back open, we already know what time it's gonna be. You've been literally been saying that since the beginning of COVID. And the second the world was like not even open, like halfway open, we get consecutive weeks of mass murders.
I gave you prophecy on this one. Yeah, nah, that's a. I mean, I didn't want to be right, but America is undefeated on doing the exact same shit. So like, there ain't no reason to think that it's about to be anything different. It's just how you move, you know. And it's unfortunate because fucking Boulder just gets it. Like, it's just a unfortunate area where they just have stuff that hits main news. Like, it's not it's a sickness that's throughout the U.S. Like, it's not just Boulder, but they just happen to have two major ones. But it's throughout. Texas is bad. That's where everybody's at. The East Coast is bad. It's a lot to it, man. But truthfully, when I said that before, I was just paying attention to the landscape, and everybody was big on us being together and united, and companies are behind us now, and saying all this Black Lives Matter, power, all that, and it's just like, just give it some time, you know, just give it some time. Like, it's
let the trend sort of pass.
I mean, people are inside right now. Like, people are doing so many things that are outside of their norm. Like, the people that do mass shootings didn't have masks to do the shooting in. They still had the guns. They were loading up. So they just didn't have the people to do it. You know? So that's really what it was. So I feel bad for the situation, but I don't say I'm surprised.
What about in regards to, and this is a question for anybody out there too, and how the headlines read. Bruh in where was he at? Not Atlanta. Where was he at?
Virginia.
Just had this. The police chief was like, he just had a bad day, a bad episode.
That was Atlanta.
That was Atlanta.
No, Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah, that was Boulder. That was
Boulder. Just having a bad day. In relationship to terrorist attacks, to mass murders, and just how it's worded, how it's presented.
Can we get into
control? No, that's why we're here. That's why we're here.
All right. My issue with the whole thing is that you have an unlimited budget because of the crack epidemic.
Huh.
So you have the resources and you have the manpower to look at folks outside of the black race and pay attention to people that may have some issues, may have some mental issues. And they're so far gone that there may not be no coming back for. Right on. What I have an issue with is that you let them do what they wanted to do for so long that when you actually start paying attention to it, how the hell do you get them to fall in line? Because I can't talk about people that has it in their mind that they want to take out another individual. Like, that isn't something that I think you can just therapy out of a person. You know, like, taking yourself out, I think you have therapy for it. I think that if you give it some time and you do some work and somebody is there to support you, then it's possible to combat that. But the feeling of not just myself, but others, And then the next step is as many people as I can get before you take me out, which is the initial issue is that I don't want to be here. I just want to take as many people out in the process
Before I go.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a thing. Like he was pissed off, the dude in Boulder, that he got caught in the leg and you could arrest him and take him. 21-year-old killed 10 people, shot in the leg, and is A-OK right now. But pissed off at the fact that he's A-OK right now. Like his mission statement was to be gone. He didn't want to have to deal with this. You know what I mean? That's nasty. That's not like a preaching moment. That's a thing. That's a sickness, bro. That's something that I don't know where we can. I don't know how we get past people that want to do shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. With the just our relationship as Americans with mental illness in the context of race. Race is how it's leveraged in the name of economics. It's hard not to group all of those together when these things happen. Like it's hard not to have those moments of just like, yo, what is happening right now? Gun control. I'm with you. I'm fully with you. Before we even get to gun control, we still have to deal with, again, and this
And we
this
gotta
goes
be
back
careful
to
with gun control, gun reform. It's a touchy topic because who do you think gets hit with gun reform first?
Us.
I'm talking about on our soil.
We didn't have enough bullets.
Right.
So, it's mass shootings.
Yeah, but like anything that has to do with policies in place, we gotta be skeptical always, of course. So I don't want to be skeptical, but I just have an issue with where the attention is gonna go.
Yeah.
Gun control is one thing I do think that everybody should clip up, but you just have to know like who your enemies are, and there's folks out here that want you, like don't want you personally, but don't want to see you, you know, and they're gonna be the last ones that you take a gun from, you know, and that's unfortunate. They're going to be the last ones. They're gonna take it from impoverished areas first. They're gonna lock you up first. They're gonna crack down on you first. That's how policies work. They do test dummy stations set up in the impoverished areas, and then they circle that to like wealthy areas. But wealthy areas should be able to they should be able to protect their land. As impoverished areas, what land are you trying to protect? So give me that, you know. So I want to be real careful with the gun reform deal. I do, and that might be the Black Republican thing.
We've been Black Republicans since episode.
I mean, it's possibly
something.
what it is, but it's just that you
the
have
way-
to think like them.
Fam, the way my account set up, I can't be. So you pop all that shit you want to, man.
Hey.
Wells Fargo, don't play. No. In seriousness,
Shit, you want to see how Trump shit is set up?
it's probably look like mine.
My
Keep it
nigga.
a buck. Hey, once I saw
If
what
you
he
got debt, my nigga, you in the
once
same
I
boat.
saw what he was paying in taxes, I said, "Oh, I'm good."
Yeah.
What? Just the branding of it and the fact that we get to use that word. I think that's the part that is never lost on me. Now I can't help but see it. The way Trump's 4 year fam got 4 years off, and niggas gonna act like that didn't happen. He got his full term of presidency off. They can talk that impeachment shit if they want to. That was 4 years.
Yeah.
So
And he gonna run it back.
and he gonna run it back on that
talking
ass.
about I'm running back.
And he gonna run it back. Rebrand. He gonna be Hitmaker.
Hey.
Donald Trump is Hitmaker is crazy.
Yeah. No. What is Trump's
His new name?
Rebrand about to be his
What's the rebrand of Trump?
It's not gonna be a new name. It'll be rebranded. Nasty.
Fact.
Rebrand
Nasty.
Young Bird rebrand. Joe Budden rebrand.
And everybody gonna act like it didn't happen, but with the
Donald.
with with how disposable the conversation of lives being lost. Like that's the shit that's like it's hard to just take on the chin and keep it pushing, bro. It's like can we slow down for 1 minute and go, hey, 8 to 10 people were murdered right there. What are we talking about? Fam had a bad day for. Like how the conversations change so fast, and how we normalize like death. Like, bro, I'm tired. I'm exhausted from just death. And on social media, whatever, if because some people don't have to live their life on there, but for fuck's sake, I'm still trying to be a rapper, so I'm online, and the shit that gets grouped together and gets confused, and you like, fam, I'm just talking about everyday human shit. Just basic human like we were is that Tuesday? When was Kev shoot? Tuesday? Maybe? Tuesday one? No, Jane, so Tuesday, it was Tuesday. Jane was Thursday. Tuesday, Kevin Allen, Irk the Jerk, had a photo shoot for the cover of some cover art. We're looking for palm tree somewhere. Mom's found something out here, but Kev was like, "Let's just do it in the town," because he knew the street that kind of looked like L.A. 23rd and yeah, over exactly East 9th, East 10th, and something like that. And we up there 8:30 in the morning, set up shot, trying to see where the sun is going, and it's early in the morning. But for whatever reason, it's lit over there. Like cars keep circling. 8 o'clock in the morning, and this one particular car circled at least 5 times. And that last time did a many move, and then 5 minutes later, hear the most. I'll never forget this scream, because it was a scream like, "Oh, pay attention to that," immediately. But it also could have been somebody might be playing for real. But this, Spidey senses tingling. This isn't a joke. Asian lady is getting drugged out of her car by a woman, and bruh is hopping in the driver's seat to take the car. For immediately in my mind,
They go crying with a cold though. At least it wasn't the bread.
so
Oh my bad, Roseanne. My bad.
no. See, no. But that's exactly why we got to have this conversation, because of the branding. Stop Asian hate. That's a hashtag that's viral and going, and for those of us that grew up where we grew up at, that whole race shit is just different. My best friend in the whole world is white. First of all, let's start there, and predominantly the Asians that occupy the school. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not letting nobody get carjacked or nothing on my watch. I don't care what they identify as, what they look like, even sexual identity if we want to go there. But now we have to have a conversation in and around something that don't have nothing to do with the fact that the hyenas are hunting everywhere. When it gets scarce I don't know how everybody. I'll tell on myself. I get really, really stoned and watch. What's the shit? Planet Earth.
Hey, that shit lit.
Hey,
You'll watch like 3 seasons of that shit.
nigga, what? Watch it on mute. You're a real sicko.
Make up your own commentary.
Make up your own storyline. So that's what I did. So the hyenas enter into a part of the Great Plains that they don't normally go into. But it's because it ain't nothing to eat where they've been at. So guess what they do? They go eat. Nigga, and the lions that normally be funking with them, hey, I got to deal with you possibly killing me because ain't no food over there. So we coming into your territory even though we know better. Again, can we have a conversation that starts at the root as opposed to making up some other shit that's now got two Asian breasts pulled up on. I had to edit the radio. We had to turn the radio show in the other day. I didn't leave the studio till 4. 2 Asian brothers just slid on me. They just looking just to see what type of time I'm on. And because I know what time it is, I can't even be mad at them because, nigga, because of what's been branded and what's been perpetuated.
Right.
So now we got to have a whole type of different tension with some people I definitely stand in solidarity with, but
It's not about that. That's not the topic.
come on, man, that's
It's
backwards.
It's very similar to the way that they swept in the whole COVID conversation with people that was sick from anything.
Anything.
You know, people that died.
Diabetes
during
been
that
rampant.
period. Yeah.
Hypertension been rampant. It
Yeah,
must be
people
like
that
what
died
are we talking about?
People that died throughout that period got swept in as being COVID.
And
just to add to the
my
numbers.
grandma died, fam. I seen your grandma medicine. I know what she was taking. Don't. That's not even. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. Like you could look at that and be like, oh, that was about to happen in June anyway.
Yo.
Oh, my bad. Stop it. I did have a question though for since we got some of Grand National in here.
Yep.
If they hit y'all to hop on the new We Are the World,
You totally got to answer that.
you in there?
Yeah.
They already hit you?
Yeah, but they ain't gonna like what they hear.
No.
You ain't about to mic it? Mike had to, you trying to hold it back, but it was on the face.
This is my brother Brookfield Deuce, my favorite rapper. Like, it's not hands down. So we get asked what our favorite verses are. I don't even think you were on the call. That's how sick it is. We got asked, what are your favorite verses from Grand National? Kev goes on the radio show. This is gonna air everywhere. He goes, "Oh, Deuce got a verse where they the ones killed Jesus. We got to start from that." Hey, what? I want to say like 70% of Deuce's bars. If we broke them down, spicy.
You know I'm here
See, that's why y'all got that thing. Niggas from the East just think different. They got a whole different time code and what they subscribe to.
seen a lot early, you know.
We have a unique experience in secret oppression.
Secret oppression.
Yeah, it's I mean the Bay Area in general. We're probably the out of all the places in America, the Bay is probably number one in being able to throw a rock and hit three races at once, and to have your best friend be white, your homie be Mexican, your other homie be Dominican, your other homie be Chinese, and then with your Asian friends, it breaking up into 5 different countries in that area alone. Not, let alone the Filipino community and the Pacific Islander community. And it's like, all that exists here. I would say number 2, maybe we number 2, and number 1 is Toronto. And
Thank you, Special.
so it's like it's super hard to. It's super hard to be able to
identify your enemies, because your dentist could be racist. Your teacher could be racist.
Teacher for sure racist.
You know what I mean?
It's covert.
Yeah, so you don't know, but like in the South,
You know the time.
You know what type of
your
time it
parents go, hey, don't go over there because they don't rock with us over there. So you stay away from over there. You black people need to be with you black people. So it's a high level of nepotism. It's a high level of staying with each other in those areas because you know who your enemies are. But out here, it ain't like that.
Yeah.
You don't know who your enemies are. So you end up mixing and mingling because it's a gumbo pot, and your best friend could really, his family could really hate you. You know what I mean? And we're just in that generational period where the cream is rising to the top and then the bad stuff is sinking to the bottom, and we just kind of in the middle, kind of figuring it out right now. It's like racial purgatory,
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real as fuck.
See what I mean?
But the East is crazy because you see it.
Every 10 blocks.
Yeah, you see it. It's different pockets of they kind of trying to take over that. Like West Oakland is gone. You know what I mean? Like,
They're not gonna get to the East.
but it's
They
what-
try to do it by taking the teams out. Good luck
Yeah.
trying to get to the avenues though.
Well, they
They out there, bro.
they out there. It's just it's like it's little pockets, and you know, it's certain neighborhoods that were created on blockbustering, and telling a certain community that it ain't safe here. You know, I'm from Brookfield. Brookfield was created from it being an all-white community, and the real estate investors came to Brookfield and told the white people they're starting to integrate black people into the neighborhood, but I got a better idea for you. If we just move you to seminary, you can get a big house. And they brought all the black people into Brookfield, essentially saying black people gentrified Oakland because it was 95% white at one point. And the city was where black people was, San Francisco. So like, we can for sure be in a situation where East Oakland is being taken because it's already starting. It's just a 10-year plan, you know?
Right.
Because that's how West Oakland was at first. It was a bunch of Victorians. Grannies died. Parents couldn't, you know, the kids couldn't hold on to the house. So somebody swooped in and said, I'll give you $500,000 for that. Not knowing it was worth $2 million. You know? And
They better get some gentrified options that they fuck with. Like
Yeah.
it better be something that they are interested in.
yeah, for sure.
You know, like it better be some Trader Joe's instead of our Blue Store on 90th.
Instead of Booker's.
A Trader Joe's on 90th would be crazy.
You know what I mean? You might, the Blue Store. You know what I mean? You might want to mess with it.
Oh, you talking about 90th and Bancroft?
90th and Bancroft.
Yeah. I used to know the name of that store. I used to sell soda to all the East Oakland stores
You already
when
know,
I worked at
that's
Pepsi.
That's the spot, man. That's the meetup spot.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's crazy. I also had a question for you, LG, about earlier when you were just talking about the situation with the gun laws and everything else. You know, it's crazy that 13% of the population is to blame for all of the issues in America. That's super weird, but it made me think about when you were talking. I was like, we all used to go to the club, and when you in Oakland, you know everybody, and you just walk to the front. And you go in because it's like everybody know your name. It's Cheers. But when you go to Miami, or when you go to LA, or when you go to Vegas, you in line. You standing in line. You know what I mean? It's like, how do you tell a race that ain't never stood in line to stand in line? They've been walking to the front the entire time. And we've been in line trying to get in, trying to get access. They've been had access. So how do you tell a race, a culture that's feeling like they the number one people?
Yeah.
How do you tell them to fall in line when it's they shit?
That's what you've been saying though.
Yeah,
It's-
he gave it an amazing analogy. Mine was the ladder system of just you not looking down. So somebody that has been at the top, why would you ever look down? You only look up from there. But no, that's dead on, and that's why it's an issue, because it's not going to get passed as long as you can still justify hunting. You can still justify like things that are for sport. You know what I mean? Like there's so much that's not going on in certain communities that they get the luxury of going somewhere as like their winter or summer home and hunting. You know what I mean? Like that's a luxury type of deal, but also it's America. So America was built to be luxurious, and it was built to protect one group of people. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I'm with you 100% on that particular analogy, because that was the best way I've heard about it, to kind of make it easy to listen to for everyone. Like everyone can deal with that type of analogy. But yeah, I don't think there is a way to tell people that's been doing what they want. No.